That's why everyone's got to be brave.
Michael, why don't you play the banjo?
Because I already have enough. I wish I did actually, but I almost bought a mandolin.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You got a couple of ukes.
Dude,
no
you know what I
banj.
realized? The guy from Dead South who sings is like Evan's older brother.
Why? Because he's
no,
white
he has.
and soulful.
Welcome back to the IO panel, episode 231. I'm this week's host, James. With me, as always, are my two good buddies, Evan and Michael. Glad to be back this week. Michael, how are you doing? Let's start with you. How are you doing this week?
I am well, James. Thank you for asking.
Good. How was your week?
It was okay. Uneventful.
Good enough. Evan, how was your week? Uneventful.
I was about to be like, "How are you?"
James,
and then
thanks
we're
for
gonna go
asking.
back and forth with that.
So I'm good, man. How are
Great.
you?
Good or great?
Good, man. How are
Fine.
you? Good, man.
Great. Fine.
All of the
Good.
above.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great. Happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Grateful to be here. I guess. Hyperbolic. Right.
Is that
Hyperbole.
accurate or
Yes.
hyperbole? Hyperbole. Yeah. Good times. I am well.
Oh.
That's about it. I got some new pens for whatever reason. Mike sent me a picture or a link to some Sharpie gel pens, which I did have before, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get some more. So I'm using one right now. I kind of regret my decision. Well, no, the one you sent me was you're familiar with the Pilot G2 pens. This is basically the Sharpie equivalent. So the G-07 is pretty standard. It's kind of a thicker line, which I don't like. So I might usually get the 05, which is like the
thinner one.
the sort of mini tip. Yeah. But there's also a 3/8, which is like a micro tip. And that's what I actually got. Doesn't glide as well as I wish it would, but I think I have some 05s around. But then I also got I got a Japanese import one. I don't know if this will show up.
151, huh? Uniball. Nice.
Yeah.
Uniballs are nice.
And these are, you recognize these.
Yeah. Oh, that one? Yeah.
We've all seen these, but this is like the all color with the micro tip.
Nice.
It's kind of nice.
Very good.
Yeah. For anyone unawares, I enjoy
He enjoys a good
writing
pen.
instruments.
Do you enjoy a good mechanical pencil?
Yeah. I'm fundamentally against pencils, although the old kind, like from the used in a fancy college in the 50s, that have like a metal shaft and a good knurling for the grip,
ones that look like
those
pins.
are acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if this is what you would use as an architecture student or an engineer. Those are fine because they're smart, and I only use smart things.
Fair enough.
So,
Fair enough.
any excitement this week, Michael?
I believe I said it was uneventful, and I don't think I was lying.
Stand by that.
It's like thank you.
I did.
Thank you for listening and ignoring.
No, I did.
Everything.
I did go to a friend's house last night. Jumped in the pool. Had a good time.
How was the pool?
It's great.
Floating?
Great.
Nice, very
Didn't
good.
do much floating. I don't think it works.
Yeah.
Some what? It doesn't work when there's no waves. It's like your
The
pool's
rules of
broken.
buoyancy don't affect Michael.
No, I think it needs to be in the ocean. It needs that salt.
Not enough salt.
I don't think
No,
that's
it's not,
correct.
but that's okay.
I think it is.
Definitely
but,
not
that's fine.
correct.
But
No.
there's also a built-in, right next to the pool and kind of connected, but not really, is a jacuzzi, quote unquote, like in the
Right.
ground, and that's cool too.
Nice.
That was neat.
Very good.
So Yeah, good times. Good times. Ate some good food. Got in the
Got all
pool.
pruned up.
A little bit, yeah. Was in there for almost an hour. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it gets pretty deep. I'm guessing it's probably 6.5, 7 feet.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe a little
Mhm.
deeper. But
For a home pool,
yeah,
quite nice.
at the far end there. Yeah.
The deep end, some may call
Yes, the far end, the deep end. You know, all that.
it. Yep, the drowning zone. Whatever.
Yeah. Other than that, that's about it. I had some. I was watching the crypto markets this week. Cryptocurrency, the blockchain, all that.
It'll kill you. It'll kill you, Mike. It'll take years off your life.
It's been a rough ride. You know, it's going down, but it'll go back up, so it's fine. Not too worried about it.
Yeah. Did you receive any interesting packages?
No. Yeah, I did.
So I was, okay.
Yeah, actually, still in the bubble wrap here for Mr. Brocious is his
Is your diploma of
his
royalty?
diploma for with the
That's great.
with the fleur de lis on the back here for Quebec. Thank you, Evan.
That was not my doing. Please throw that out.
What?
He's like throwing the whole thing in the garbage.
What is that? Is that a piece of land in Scotland, or is that what is that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's
okay.
your proclamation.
He's such a
making you a
maniac.
lord.
He's such a maniac.
So that's to make you a lord that Evan sent over. That was for your birthday, I believe, right, or something.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
And then also, we each got a copy of this,
Oh, that's great.
signed by the actor, I'm assuming.
Signed by Best Boy, who was on set that week.
Yeah. Oh, there's a certificate of authenticity. Robert O'Reilly. Whoever that is. That's the actor, I guess? Yeah.
Whenever that's the actor, yeah. Whenever Mike was
Yeah.
like, had a hard on for Gowron for a week or something. We were all talking about it. I was like,
Yeah,
let me
so
see
we
what's
each have
on
a
eBay.
copy of that, James. Evan suggested we hang it above our respective beds.
Oh God.
Sleep tight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That's right. That's right.
Very good.
Right. So I got all that, and then some extra RAM, which I appreciate, Evan. Thank you very much. Oh, and there's something for James too.
I believe I said it
There's
would
some-
keep nightmares
as Evan
away
put
and
in
a
some random SFPs in a bag.
talking piece if there's any.
Nice.
for James.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know if they'll be of any help with your cards or
So much
anything.
appreciated, Evan.
Since I was already sending a box up, I was like, well, I have this bag
So what
of.
about you, Evan? How was your week? Any excitement? Hello.
There we go. I was waiting for it.
Let me grab. I told Mike I went to a / market, and I was looking around the meat, and they had some,
I thought you were like,
some
yeah,
cut,
I got this leg.
but I wanted
of
some lamb
prepared,
out of the
so I-
freezer,
oh my.
holding
I
a
don't know what to
leg.
do with
I was
it.
like,
Les and
I will
have
have that,
roasting it
sir.
For 3 days, slow
So he
roasting
began
it
cutting it up for me, and I
next to
bought
his pool
like
in a
$50
banana
worth
leaf
of lamb. It was
coffin.
delicious.
Like what? Yeah. It's just hanging.
No, it was
nipping at it. Yeah.
But yeah, let me.
Did you cook the whole thing? You cooked all of it, or he parted it out for you?
It's like it's been on a table in the garage doing what we like to call. The flies seem to love it, so it must be good.
Very good. Very good.
He cut it up into
That's the way
manageable,
to buy meat.
like steaks
Anybody doesn't know
and
that, go to the butcher,
bone
man.
pieces
Go to
and
the
stuff like
butcher
that.
and buy it like that.
I ate all of
buy
it
a
already.
hunch.
It was
That's
delicious.
not the right word, but buy a
A
big
good
ass piece.
price, so I'm
If you
definitely
have a freezer, if you have a house,
going to go back
put
for
that
more.
shit in the freezer. Or
I believe
whatever.
the term is a slab.
A slab, whatever. Go to the butcher and get based, as the kids say. Okay?
Oh my.
Yeah, exactly. No cap.
Yeah.
It's very good. So that's how you do. That's how you do, man.
When I told my mother I had a
Yes.
package from Evan,
Get yourself some primals.
she said, "Oh, did he send us some cookies?" I was like, "Why would Evan send us some cookies?" Well, you have sent meat in the past, so I guess you have sent food.
Cookies are a very something your mom would expect someone to mail.
What does your
I
mother
totally
think
see
of?
your mom being like, yeah, of course, people send cookies in the mail.
I mean, her cousin, I think, has sent us cookies.
Yeah, I
she's
guess.
Like
for Christmas or something.
She just
so I was
doesn't
like,
know
okay.
us. Yeah, you are.
Sure, we got some this past Christmas.
You can send cookies.
Are you allowed
No
to
lithium
anymore?
ion.
Yeah,
Like
no
if you go to the post
lithium-ion,
office, you got to say like
sprinkles
this doesn't
on
have any
your
batteries or
I have a
liquids
friend
or
in
perishables
Australia,
or any
and
shit
I
like
was
that.
talking to
But
her, and
maybe
she's trying to get a Valve Index.
okay.
If you buy a Valve Index in Australia,
Good
it's
to know.
$1,800 dues down there, which is like,
Where in Australia?
yeah. So it's it's 76 cents US to $1 Australian. An index here costs $1,000, so it should be about $1,300 there, but it's $18.99. So I was like, oh, I can buy you one, pay me in Cash App, and I'll ship it to you.
It's like $1,200
She's
bucks.
like, well, you can't ship the fucking lithium ion. And I was like, oh my god. And I look, it's crazy, dude. That's a whole other thing. I'm going on a fucking thing, but dude, it's fucking nuts.
Why can't you ship lithium ion?
It's on a list of dangerous substances. There's a whole thing. There's a whole measured thing about how you can ship it.
I was gonna say you can definitely ship them somehow.
Yeah, you can ship them. You just have to follow certain guidelines.
We've all ordered phones and computers and other things off.
I'm sure.
And had them mailed to us.
Well, no, there's something specific about Australians, what Australia's allowed to receive. But you can ship it to Australia, but the thing is you have to discharge them or have a certain level of charge. And honestly, when you're sending $1,000 VR headset, you don't want them to hold the package up for import duties or something crazy like that, or just say fuck it and not ship it, all because of the two wands that don't have batteries. You know what I mean? They have batteries in them, so it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Are they rechargeable?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's another thing that the taxes or import duties, and also how much is it to ship something person to person
couple $100
that weighs
Probably.
20 pounds to Australia. It's probably going to make up the price difference.
A long time ago, and it was expensive, So especially to Australia, I'm sure it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, Evan, you have anything else? Good knives.
What's a Mora knife?
Not that I could think of. I bought another Mora knife, but it's whatever. I love those
Is
things.
that a brand or is that a?
They're like little utility knives.
What's their whole deal?
Pretty simple.
They're not carbon. They're.
But yeah. A couple different kinds of blades. This is stainless steel made in Sweden. But they have something, a lot of different styles and something for pretty much every price point. Like this.
They're super sharp, Michael.
Sharp so I think you have this one. Yes. Very, very sharp. And I mean, you can get these for $10. They're great to have around. Now James got me a really nice one.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
We dust it off here. I was keeping nearby.
Fire thing? Yeah.
But it has the steel on it and everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice
Very nice blade. This one is
Michael,
this one's carbon steel.
That company, even carbon steel,
yeah.
Dude, that is the sharpest knife I've ever owned. and I've never had to sharpen it. Evan's like, put it in your fishing kit. I was like, no fucking way. It's a nice ass knife.
Let me see if I can do this here.
If they're only $10, shit,
well,
why not? Get 5 of them.
Yeah.
Get 5 of them. Put one of them in your fishing thing.
Yeah, but
this one's expensive. This one's like
sure.
The $10
$75 or $80.
Amazon.com.
Yeah,
you can get them for 10.
Man. And beautiful knife, dude.
Amazon?
It cuts. You get that fucking thing out of the box, and you just like, it's like just like he did. It's like it's just fucking razor sharp.
It's like a Ginsu knife.
Dude, don't say that. Don't say what. I miss Ginsu. No.
Can you still get Ginsu knives?
No,
Is that a thing?
They're gone.
It's like Cutco.
Ginsu's
Cut
like the
through cans?
Walmart of knives. By the way.
Cut through cans. And then through a tomato. Yeah.
Yeah. You never know.
And then through a tomato.
You
Because
never
why
know.
wouldn't you?
I always wanted some Ginsu knives. They look cool.
Me too. Not Cutco knives.
I don't know about Cutco.
Cutco's a scammer knives. They come to steal, come to trick your old lady mother out of fucking her money. Selling them fucking bullshit knives. Remember, Malik used to work for Cutco. He used to go door to door for Cutco. Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking of Coach McGurk and his swords.
Yeah.
It's like at the grocery store. He's like, "Look, I will give you this sword, and you will give me these groceries." He's like, "Sir, we cannot accept swords as payment." He bought a thing of swords for like $10,000 or something on QVC or whatever.
I totally get that.
Classic.
Fucking great.
Totally get that. All right.
How was your week, James?
My week was uneventful, actually. Just like yours. I played some games. Work. Had one insane meeting. And I'll just say this: the meeting was plagued with the problems that every government agency seems to be plagued with. The meeting came in. I started the meeting at 10. The meeting was canceled, but I wasn't notified it was canceled. Then at 10:37, meeting was supposed to be at 10:30. 10:37, I get an email saying the bridge is open. Come in the meeting. I came to the meeting. I thought it was canceled. It's just me and one of the guys there, one of the main guys there. And that meeting went on from 10:30 to 4:30. We had that bridge open that long. And
wow.
For the canceled meeting?
Yeah. So basically, long story short, their infrastructure team, which is their network team, was like, we need this IP address back. And it was like something that you shouldn't give an IP address back for. But they're like, we made a mistake, and that's our IP address. We need it back. So we had to change one of the CVMs, the controller VMs for Nutanix, to a new IP address. We went through the process of doing that, which means manually migrating all the VMs, because we had to do a cluster stop, manually migrating all the VMs over, which took like fucking 6 hours, took like 4 or 5 hours. And then once that was done, we had to go through and do a external IP change, external underscore IP underscore reconfig command on the cluster, which we did it, and it's like, oh, success. And I was like, oh, okay, so easy. It was worth the wait. We did it right. You know, as soon as we did that, the cluster was totally broken. All the CVMs were dead. They couldn't reconnect. Everything was fucked. And we were like, what's going on, you know? And I'm thinking there's a serious problem on the back end that we don't know about, and we just triggered like a horrible cascade failure. The whole ring, the metadata ring that Nutanix uses to say, oh, this data is here, here, and here, and that's how we have it all backed up, is all broken. And I was like, we're fucked, you know? And so he put another IP address in. No. We were like, so we're messing with it, we're trying this, we're trying that, we're trying a million things. And so I just said, fuck it. After like 20 minutes of fucking around, I put a support ticket in. Put the support ticket in. They connect me with a guy, and this guy's like, I'm sorry, I'm in Pakistan, I can't help you. You need a federal you need someone in the United States. Okay. Connects me with this girl. She's hot. I was like, oh boy, this is great. Finally, attractive. She's in Mexico City. I was like, fuck! Then they say, the guy, the next person on the phone says, I have a guy for you who can help you. He's French. He's an American citizen. He has a French accent, but he's an American citizen. And he's really chill. I've never had them introduce a CSR to me as really chill. So I was like, oh, that's weird. I heard that. My brain said, that's weird, and I threw it away, right? The guy gets on the phone. And as soon as he gets on the phone, he starts barking orders on what to do. And the customer's like, but, and this is the customer, the federal customer. He's like, but, and the guy's like, no, I will tell you what to do. I was like, what's happening? What is going on? Then I realized, it's like, I've been set up. He's the opposite of really chill, you know? And, yeah, so that, anyway, but he got it fixed. It turns out the infrastructure team gave us 2 bad IPs back-to-back that belong to other devices. Mm-hmm. So once we changed the IP to something that wasn't whatever, it was fine.
Conflict.
Yeah. But you know what's funny, right? This type of shit happens all the time because you have all these compartmentalized groups. You know, I mean, I don't know what you got to do to change the meta at the government. I mean, compartmentalization is key for security. But man, that compartmentalization at my old job and here really fucked things up. It was, I mean, I'm only telling this story because that plagued my entire Friday and really stressed me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. While you were telling that story in my head, I was like, it would be funny if whoever was processing the help ticket was like, oh, I got the perfect guy for you. Let me transfer you. And your other friends.
It's just me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. No, thank God that can happen. But yeah, so we got that fixed. It was fine. But yeah, everything has been good, man. I started playing Sniper Contracts 2, I think it is. Someone got that, and I watched him playing it for a while, and I love like the sniping games. I don't care about the FPS combat part of it, but I love like setting like 1,500 meters back and just having to figure out the windage and shit and shooting. I love that shit. So that game is great for that. It's a lot of fun, you know. And then it's like all this stealth mechanics and shit that I love, sneaking around and shit like that. So I just started playing that yesterday. And I downloaded a game, which I have not played yet, called 0 Hour. It's by an Indian developer team, indie dev team. Interesting. An Indian, very small indie dev team. And they are making...
Are they Indian?
They are Indian. They're either Indian or Pakistani, one of the two. But I'm pretty sure the flag that they're... So it's basically a counter-terrorist versus terrorist type game. Like hostage rescue, kind of Rainbow Six Siege, but more tactical and less video gamey. And you're playing... So everyone's speaking like Indian or Pakistani or Arabic or something. And the guys in the thing are all wearing like... They have Pakistani flags. It's not an Indian flag. They have like that red and green flag on their shoulders. I think it's Pakistan. But yeah, it's just a cool game. I haven't really got to play it much, but I just kind of dabbled in it for a second. But it looks really cool, 0 Hour, and it's on sale. It's like $10 or something right now. So Steam summer sales going on.
Pretty
right
good.
now,
Yes.
if anybody doesn't know, if you want to collect some games and not play them, now's the time to do that.
Sup?
Yep.
Michael, right up your alley.
So James, seeing your shirt, how's Star Citizen doing?
It's good, man. It's good. It's super stable right now. It's in a good place. They're adding something that's going to break the game, but it looks beautiful. The Orison cluster, or the Orison. The last planet in the Stanton system, in the persistent universe that exists right now in the game, in the solar system that's available to play in the game. The last planet they were building was the hardest one. It was a gas giant with a floating city in it. So they just finished it, and right now it's in its Evocati testing. So it's in its like pre-release testing. So, but they showed video of it. It looks amazing. It's going to be cool. And look, people say one of two things about Star Citizen. Well, one of three things. A, it's great. B, it's a scam. And C, it's a screenshot simulator. So if you go to Star Citizen Reddit, 90% of what you see is screenshots because the game's so beautiful. So this is going to be more of that, you know. But it looks great. It looks fucking amazing, you know. It looks really good. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Also, since you spoke highly of this new sniper game, are there places where you can do that in real life, like outdoor shooting ranges? You can take your rifle and
just start taking dudes out.
Be a sniper. I mean, not people, but very far away targets.
Maybe you've heard of the Texas.
The state of
the
Texas?
clock
Yes.
tower above the Texas
Yeah,
Capitol.
that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, the grassy knoll, is that what we're
No,
talking about?
actually, a different thing. There was a,
Okay.
mass shootings have been happening a lot longer than you think. There was a guy, is it Charles Whitman,
Yeah.
who was on top of a,
Walt Whitman's cousin?
yeah,
He's on top of the clock tower.
yeah, he was on top of some kind of
right?
tower at a college,
Yeah.
and was just shooting people in the street and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he was up there for like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just plinking them. Just like, pop.
Yeah, it's doing
pop.
blinking. Yeah, that's.
I mean, that guy was fucked up, but he apparently he tried to get help beforehand, and he was like, and they found like some kind of tumor in his brain, so they're like thinking like maybe that had something to do with it. But,
Well, anyway, there are places you can do that. Evan. There's places around here you can do that.
Do you think that would be fun?
I mean, probably. Yeah, probably would be. I mean,
can you shoot with your shirt off, with a cigarette dangling on the side of your mouth?
I'm sure you can.
Who's
Yeah.
going to stop you?
I
You're
don't
holding
think
your
you care
rifle.
what you wear, as long as you pay.
Nice.
But yeah, there's definitely places you can do that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, that's all I got. Let's jump in. So, first article, apparently, how does that song go? Emi, emi, ami, ami. Will Smith song?
Oh, that's not the song I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of one from like 1948.
Oh, God. No.
It's like blah 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 in Miami,
Oh,
you know,
God.
like that. James is like Viendo a Miami, like he's thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, are you thinking Oklahoma?
James is thinking of Will Smith.
Oklahoma is
I mean a
place
song
called
like that,
Miami.
but not that. But yeah,
This is
a song like that.
This is a bubbling story that has nothing to do but nice things to say. So,
Yep.
what do we got here?
Let's see, what's the latest? At least 9 dead after partial building collapse near Miami. So I'm sure you guys have heard about this. There's a building down in Miami, although it's not technically in Miami. It's in nearby the city of Miami Beach, I guess.
Building down.
It's actually in Surfside, Florida. It's the Champlain Towers South building. Like half of it just fucking collapsed, and apparently they've done reconstruction like videos from like all different. They got videos from all different angles and stuff and all this crap. And apparently like the whole thing collapsed in like 30 seconds. It was like super quick.
Mm-hmm.
And there's at least like 150 people unaccounted for. 156 people right here. That's what it says. So they're all dead.
Yeah, they're in there.
I mean, unless like 3 of them are
Yeah.
in fucking Europe, but they don't realize it. But yeah, I mean, they're dead. They're still looking for people. They're still sorting through it, but it's a slow process. Apparently, they're taking each piece that they lift, cataloging it, and then putting it in a warehouse somewhere.
Same
They're
thing. they do with
going through
airplanes
everything
or whatever.
painstakingly. Yeah, basically.
'Cause they probably want to figure out what the fuck happened.
Mm-hmm.
So
I saw somewhere there was some report from like 2 years ago that said there was some structural instability in some kind of concrete slab or something. So
I mean, that's a
No good.
lot to collapse for structural instability in one concrete slab.
If it were, the second floor, maybe not.
it says, let's see, FEMA administrator says Army Corps of Engineers has been deployed at Surfside collapse. Well, there you go. They're bringing in everybody.
Dude, hey, look,
Bringing in
now
the
it's
pros.
time to buy in Surfside though. Might be time to get. You might be ready to get your Miami living going on. This property values are going to plummet.
It's true.
Get yourself a
My
nice
mom
condo
was just
down
telling me. My mom was just telling me there's like a sister building over there.
Yeah.
Like it says Towers South. There must be a north or something.
Yeah, you can see it in the video.
And they said they're asking people to evacuate that one as a precaution.
Yeah.
But just like voluntarily, like
Yeah,
who wants
I'd
to
have
leave,
been out
but-
there. I'd be like, oh no,
Oh yeah.
not at all.
No, but I'd be like, all right, let me go stay on my friend's couch, but you guys need to do an assessment, see what the deal is. Like, is it going to collapse tomorrow, or is it, or is it okay, or can it be fixed, or what, like.
I think everything's going to be fine. I'm fully confident that was an isolated incident. If it was a concrete slab, I mean, maybe some anomaly happened during the pouring or drying of that one
So like in
slab.
the '80s though, the thing is, in America, buildings don't just collapse randomly. This isn't China where some contractor stuffed the walls with newspaper.
Made of cardboard.
Yeah, or made a bridge of cardboard. You know, like
just the front falls off.
Is, like there's all these rules and shit. Like that stuff doesn't happen. Oh, by the way, the fucking bridge, the land bridge in Kenilworth Avenue in DC collapsed too. You saw that?
Oh yeah, I meant to put that in our show notes too, and I completely forgot about it.
295, one of the you know where the
a pedestrian bridge collapsed.
Pedestrian bridge if you're going down 295 into DC, just like all of the highways, absolute disaster.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever been around there.
I mean, people are saying
it's been a decade or so since I've taken 295.
I mean, we're talking about like where the old World Cup Stadium was, like back in the day. We were driving down there. It's like Olympic. It shows the old from when the DC Olympics were a thing. It's down there. But I saw the video and I was like, oh, I thought a tractor trailer hit it and pulled it down, but people were like, it fell on it. So I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, man, this is like I said, this is America. Shit doesn't just collapse, you know. Buildings just don't fall apart.
I don't know how much you went into DC, Evan. That's like if you take the highway in and like it's kind
take
of
50 down to whatever.
Yeah, it's not really I've been down that way, but only a few times. Like that's not really a way I would get into
Michael
DC.
Michael once called me from there and said he was lost.
Sounds right.
He's like, I'm in Anacostia. A man is trying to give me a pair of underwear. I need help. I'm lost.
Was I driving a Kinko's van, or was I?
You went to go do something. You went to like go help somebody somewhere, and you just were leaving and coming back. I don't remember what you were doing down there. That's funny. All right.
Yeah, it's like Benning Road and all this stuff. Like,
is it possible that a bunch of trucks did hit it? You know, over a 20-year period or something. Eventually, sort of wearing.
I think it's too high.
It's pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
I put a link to an article in here. We can look at it in a little bit here.
It's like I took out my tape measure and I confirmed it was 17-foot clearance.
Or if you guys want to talk about it now, it's the last one here in the news section. I just added an article for it. The incident injured 5 people, snarled traffic, and closed the highway for more than 12 hours.
Yeah, dude, there's traffic, like, you could see reflections of that traffic all the way back up here by my house. Where people were trying to, they're trying to get out of town or go into town, and the whole shit was like backed up. 50 was backed up, which caused 495 to be backed up, which caused 95 to be backed up. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, that's so crazy, man.
I mean, this whole shit is all interlinked in DC here. Like one serious thing like this would just fuck everything up, dude. This was
and so
crazy.
you know what's funny? The other thing that's kind of interesting is, so there's interstate, there's Interstate 95, 495, and there's also Interstate 295, which connects then to DC Route 295, which is what this is. Yeah, it's like they just named it the same number, but it's actually a different stretch of road that's not an interstate technically.
I saw a TikTok where a guy explains the interstate system. It's pretty interesting.
So when I think of 295, is that Interstate 295 or Route 295?
Could be both.
You're probably thinking of Interstate 295.
Oh, they overlap too.
Fantastic. You're thinking of Interstate 295, which is like BW Parkway.
BW Parkway.
I think most Marylanders think.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like Georgia Avenue is 97, right? It'd be like if it was called 97 in Maryland, and then in DC they're like, yeah, this is DC Route 97. You'd be like, okay, like it's the same road, but
I mean, they're trying to keep consistency.
DC,
that fits because DC is not a state, so it can't be an interstate, right?
Ooh,
it probably can. I mean, they probably have or maybe not.
I think that's their motivation. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Maybe not.
Otherwise, it should say an interstate.
Well, aren't interstates
in the state?
Well, see, I don't know how it works. I was gonna say, are interstates maintained by the state they're in, or are they maintained federally, or what?
All right.
Like,
that's a good question.
So DC Route 295 might be maintained by DC, and then Interstate 295 is maintained by whoever.
I feel like we need to make another podcast just about this because it's such a deep topic.
Roads.
I'm just actually kind of really interested in how it all works. Like, who's paying for what? Why are things called what they're called?
Yeah, and then DC, of course, is part of is the federal government. So what's the difference anyway? And then
Unless
but,
it's called
yeah.
DC 295 because they pay for it.
Right, but I'm saying, who's they?
DC.
But DC, their budget's controlled by Congress, which is the federal government, which is blah 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 blah. So full circle, what's the difference?
People in DC pay taxes. DC has public schools.
I pay taxes.
Which are paid by property taxes, just like every other place in America. So there has to be, like, DC people in DC must have some involvement of how they pay for that stuff. I'm guessing. I don't know shit about this how it works. We'll have to call Mayor Bowser or whatever.
Is that who it is?
Bowser.
Is that still the mayor?
Bowser, I don't know. Whenever I say her name, I think about
probably is
like
Mario Brothers.
That's all I think about.
Yeah, that's what I thought about.
I don't know. Oh, that's funny.
Get those spikes off your back. All right. Let's jump to the next one here.
Well, Mike, you did just name that podcast.
What's it called?
What?
I already forgot. No, well, it was after that. It was like
Full Circle?
Nope, something having to do with the question. Right as I said something, the name was like gone.
Oh, well, that's all right. We'll run the tape back because that's what we're recording this on tape.
We're all gonna forget.
And
we're all gonna forget.
That's
all right,
fine.
Let's jump to the next thing here.
So yeah. So sad. Your dad. All right. Miami. Rip. Yeah. Next thing I have here. I put this in here. Just talking about how something we already kind of know, but since the pandemic began and now everyone's going back to work and stuff, lots of people aren't going back to their shitty jobs, whether it was, working at a restaurant for $3 an hour, or maybe they just didn't like like this first example is a guy who's a software developer, who lives in Hyattsville, and he said, you know what? He's like, they started calling us back to the office. He's like, it's a 45-minute commute. And he was like, nah, I'm good. He started looking for a new job, found one where he can be remote full-time. He said, adios.
Yep.
So a lot of people are doing that. They're realizing, I don't need to do this anymore. I can do things better.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Being at home
and
taught people that, hey, if the kids are going back to school, I can actually be at home and get some things done. I can live the good life for a little bit, which I'm not mad at.
Mm-hmm. It says here, in normal times, people quitting jobs in large numbers signals a healthy economy with plentiful jobs. But these are not normal times. The pandemic has led to the worst U.S. recession in history. Okay. And millions of people are still out of jobs. Yet employers are now complaining about acute labor shortages.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because people are quitting their shitty jobs. They're like, I can't hire anyone. Well, maybe don't pay everyone $8 an hour.
Raise your fucking minimum wage. That's the problem. That's what people don't want to say.
They can't afford it. Well, too bad.
Yeah.
Then that business isn't a good business.
No, exactly. You shouldn't have a business based upon making candles and paying people nothing. Sorry, fuck off.
On the local McDonald's electronic billboard that shows they're hiring for like $13.50 an hour for normal workers, and then like shift leaders is $17 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty good for McDonald's.
Yeah, it is. I mean, for Tennessee.
I guess I don't know what the minimum wage is in Tennessee. It's probably $4 an hour because
Tennessee.
Your state's
federal,
crazy, but.
No, it's got to be at least the federal minimum wage, which is probably in the mid sevens.
Didn't they raise the minimum, or they didn't?
Oh, come on, man! This is America.
No, a bunch of states are doing it themselves.
Federal minimum wage. $7.25 an hour.
It's still $7.25 an hour, which is where it's been since 2009.
I got paid $7.25 an hour. When I left CVS, I think I was getting $7 an hour. No. When I left CVS, I was getting like $4 an hour.
I know we talked about this before, but it looks like the minimum wage in Tennessee is $7.25 an hour.
There you go.
So there you go, Evan. You're right.
Yep.
That's the
right in line with the federal minimum, just as it should be.
Behind inflation.
Yep. Maryland is $11.75 an hour. I think we went over this a couple of podcasts ago.
Probably did.
Could be.
All right. Yeah. So people are doing what they want now.
It's good. We
YOLO.
keep an eye on that because with all this stuff going on, you know, the Republicans and a lot of southern states are pulling back on all the benefits because they're like, oh, we need to motivate people to go back to work by taking the benefits away. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, we have some fucking awkward news, or fun news, or I don't know what to make of this.
I didn't even know he was
some shitty news.
Oh yeah, well.
Is it shitty? I don't even know if it's shitty.
Well,
No,
it's
just
news.
reference.
It's news, yeah.
I have news.
It's a thing that exists.
So what happened, James?
Yeah, John McAfee was found dead in a prison cell in Spain about I don't know, a couple days before his extradition to the United States for tax evasion. Tax evasion.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
He totally
by pump and dump altcoins.
Is that what it was?
He totally did not kill himself.
That's the thing people are saying now. He killed himself. He 100% killed himself. He posted, he made that post, right, saying, "If I die, I didn't kill myself." He totally killed himself.
It's like that's exactly what a conspiracy theorist would post.
They want to put him on the level of Epstein or as some like huge figure who.
No, but this guy's this maniac.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy, and this is just like something he would do where he's like, "Fuck it, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna create a whole mystery behind me." And in 10 years, people will be saying, "Who killed John McAfee?" Nobody killed him. He killed himself. I'm gonna tell you right now, he killed himself because he's fucking. He likes eating poop of young Thai women, and he killed his neighbor in Belize, and he killed his neighbor's dogs in Belize, and he's a fucking maniac, and he was buying, what the fuck was the drug he was buying? It was called like Alpha Am 32 or something, and it's one step off this street drug. It's like one molecule off this street drug called Flocka. That
sounds like something Evan would be into.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, is this a new kind of SARM I can buy?
I mean, he was heavily into SARMs. So he was like, his whole vibe was like, John McAfee's whole vibe was like, he's like, I'm old, I don't want my body to get old, so he just lived off steroids, this fucking Alpha A32 drug or whatever it was called, and he would be up for days at a time, just like fucking like...
Being super productive.
No.
I'm all about this.
Because Flocka, a byproduct of Flocka, is like 48 to 72 hours of straight paranoia.
Look, his mind was going a mile a minute, and his body couldn't keep up. He was transcending humanity.
That's why when he
James
was living in Tennessee and running for president under the Libertarian candidate, he was like, he's like, the Belize government hired Mexican cartels to come to my house and kill me. My dogs scared them off. That doesn't make any sense, John McAfee. What are you doing?
Was his dog juicing
Probably.
Also?
Who knows, dude?
Probably.
This guy's such a maniac. I mean, look.
So, you know what else surprised me about this? He has a wife.
Yeah.
Since when does he have a wife?
So she's either a Belizean? I don't know. No,
Bolivian?
She's so she propositioned
That's a different
him for
place,
sex.
Evan.
She's a prostitute. She's a sex worker. She propositioned him for sex. He hired her, and then they fell in love. I don't know. She's trying to secure that bag, get her payday. I'm not mad at it. Get your money, girl. You dealt with John McAfee for however long. You get your money. You earned it.
I didn't know. I didn't even know he was married. So
I didn't know
you
either
go.
until I heard. I just happened to be watching a podcast that's far better than ours, and they talked about it today. That's really it.
It says here, widow seeks thorough investigation into John McAfee death.
He killed
Janice McAfee.
Yeah, he killed himself.
What? What?
Look at her.
She's 38 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, she is not hot.
Not at all. Not at all.
But whatever, you know.
Not at all.
To each their own.
Is she a Belizean 7?
No.
I hope not. Feel bad for the people of Belize.
Where's all his 14-year-old Thai prostitutes he had? Why didn't he marry one of them? Oh, that'd been frowned upon. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
James, you go live your truth, all right? Just like John McAfee did.
That's right.
Just don't shoot your neighbor. You'll be good.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. He's a maniac. Yeah, he killed himself, though. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's sad or not. It's what it is. He's such a. It's so funny. I think the prevailing wisdom is on this. Everybody who I've heard talk about this are like, a thing happened. Nobody's like, it's not like Michael Jackson dying or Bon Jovi or, you know what I mean? And nobody's like, oh no. I mean,
not John McAfee.
Not John McAfee. Would be crazy libertarian candidate who had sex with underage girls in Belize and ate feces through a poop hammock. Not John McAfee, the poop,
Dude,
the connoisseur of the poop hammock.
He was a great one.
You love that Reddit thing I sent you.
Yeah, it was great.
It's like the first fucking comment. It's like poop.
Yeah,
hammock.
it's all capitalized spelled poop hammock.
I was like, yes, the internet is fucking great.
Oh, dude,
I love it. Man. I love it. So get this. I didn't even know, or I forgot all this. It says John McAfee was arrested at the Barcelona airport in October of last year on a warrant issued by prosecutors in Tennessee. Man, everything always comes back to Tennessee. Look at that.
Tennessee.
Who were seeking up to 3 decades of imprisonment for allegedly evading more than $4 million in taxes. I thought there were no taxes in Tennessee.
No,
there's no state
laws
tax
in Tennessee. Big difference, Michael.
Well,
That's
apparently there are prosecutors in Tennessee, so there must be some laws.
No one told them.
Oh, it's like, bro, you guys can take the day off, yo. There's just
yeah, yeah.
You're good. Like, we're all good. There's no crime here
like,
because there's no laws.
Wait. So
it's like Milton from Office Space. It's like we fixed the problem.
Is this tax evasion for this thing? What about the pump and dump? Because he's the FCC, not FCC. They were going after him for this pump and dump. This big.
I mean, this could be federal prosecutors in Tennessee. It doesn't say. So.
Yeah, they were going
be.
after his ass for this fucking altcoin pump and dump thing he did. They were like, they wanted his ass. That's what he was running for. I didn't know he even had screwed Tennessee's taxes. Shit. Damn. Okay. Anyway, yeah, John McAfee, wacky character. Moving on. What do you got next here, Michael? What's this next boy here?
Ah, yes. The evil has been defeated. Sorry, I was watching I was telling you guys before the show, I was watching a Steven Seagal movie where he fights the Jamaican posses who are moving into Chicago and selling drugs. And so,
thank God.
And so I got some lingo out of that movie here for this. But,
we should start a posse and call it Comitatus.
Yeah. They call they kill the guy and they're like, the evil has been defeated. You know, it's like, okay, like. But anyway, so the headline of this article is Antifa defeats Mumford and Sons. And I was like,
thank God.
Oh my, okay.
It's about time.
So the guy who matches his name perfectly, Winston Marshall, in this photo, he's the guitar and banjo player from Mumford and Sons. Apparently last year or something, I don't know, whenever he did it, he tweeted that let's see, what did he tweet? He tweeted about a book he was going to read by some guy named might as well have been. It says at the beginning of so it was just in March. He said he tweeted to Andy No, I guess NGO, author of the New York Times bestseller Unmasked. He said, "Congratulations, finally had the time to read your important book. You're a brave man." So this guy, Andy No, who purports to be an independent journalist documenting extremist violence perpetrated by left-wing Antifa activists, but according to this article, he's also been credibly accused of having a working partnership with far-right white nationalist groups like the Proud Boys. Okay? And so, but apparently he didn't know that. This guy, Winston Marshall, he didn't know that, you know. And so he got a lot of backlash, a lot of hate when he tweeted that, because they're like, this guy's a piece of shit, how can you read his book, blah, 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 you know, whatever. And so he's now leaving the band. He's leaving Mumford & Sons because now the band is getting all this backlash because of what he did.
He ain't leaving the band just for that.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but do you really think if Michael fucking if Michael just read a book by someone, some right-leaning nut job, and said, "Hey, you did a great job, man. It's a great book." Okay, number one, there's a problem if he's like, "That's a great book." Can you imagine what's in that book? If this guy is such a piece of shit,
might have some very good points
in that book. Okay,
Evan, order the book and don't read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But can you imagine what's in the book? So.
Once again, you rub my disability in my face.
But can you imagine what's in that book? So if he read that book, that's not enough for him to be like, "I'm leaving the band." Trust me, I guarantee this guy is probably notorious among the band members. You just don't give up a band like the Mumford Sons.
Oh, for being a piece of shit?
Yeah, he probably is. Of course. You don't just leave. The band's not going to just be like, "Yeah, bro, leave," because you said you gave someone a fucking great review who might be a piece of shit, and it was unbeknownst to you. Like, he's clearly like a victim here. He's not a victim, but he's clearly like stupid here.
Maybe we got a Blink-182 situation. I forget which one it was. I'm saying Mark Hoppus. After he left, it was one of the two guitarists. It turned everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's like a huge fucking conspiracy nut, always talking about UFOs." And then like Travis Barker would say like, "Yeah, man, from the beginning, fucking nothing but UFOs with this guy. He's a total idiot."
Really?
Maybe it's that kind of situation.
His whole UFO thing. He's really serious and scientific about it, though. His UFO shit's really legit.
UFOs.
What's wrong with it?
I'm just saying, there's like some huge hidden aspect to this person that you don't know about until they leave, and then people start talking about it.
I wouldn't be surprised, because I don't think they're just gonna kick him out off of nothing. I really don't.
Yeah.
This is like Mumford & Sons is like just a huge band. I just don't see them just get the fuck out of here, guy, because you fucking told some possible Asian guy that he did a good job in a book.
As a possible Asian guy.
All right.
Some maybe Asian guy.
It's almost like you really never know by a person's last name.
Oh. So what's funny is James made it sound like that would matter if he was Asian or not. The way he said that, even though it obviously wouldn't, because who gives a shit?
Yeah, I mean, but whenever I see I think that non-white people saying stuff that is like anti-left or anti Black Lives Matter or something like that always carries more credence with people who want to hear that type of stuff.
Oh, they're like, see,
the other races know. Like it's like the guy, the famous Indian guy who's a big Fox News contributor and did that crazy right-wing book about like how the liberals are doing this, that, and the other thing. I forgot his name now, but dude, they love him over there. Anytime a non-white person in that community says something, they eat that shit up. Like Candace Owens. Or the gay guy. He's white. Mark Rubin. He's white, but he's gay. So he might as well be another race. You know what I mean? Compared to them. And they love these characters. Because they're cis white shit gives credence to the wackadoo beliefs of the right. You know?
Is this confirmation bias that we were talking about earlier?
I don't know. It's just what I've seen. It appears that way to me. I might be wrong. You know, I very well could be wrong. This is just my guess. So don't take that, whatever. All right, what do we got next here? Luck of the Irish. What's this one?
So, we've heard this mentioned before, like in passing, but I don't know if I ever actually saw a news story about one of these.
No. What is this, B?
So I don't know if they actually even mention it in this article, but this is basically, we've heard about alien accent syndrome or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. So this is an Asian woman who lives in Australia, right? And she's from Brisbane. She had her tonsils removed. 9 days later, she woke up with an Irish-sounding accent she did not recognize. So she now has an Irish accent whenever she talks, and she's like, what the hell? She said that she was getting ready for a job interview, and she was just like kind of like talking to herself in the shower, like, all right. She's like, what the hell? And then she said, aside from this accent, she says her singing voice has improved. She can now hit notes she was unable to hit before.
Interesting.
I was like, that's funny.
That is so weird.
Oh, sorry. It's called foreign accent syndrome. Okay, foreign accent. They do say it here. Foreign accent syndrome. A rare medical condition that can be triggered by neurological or psychological damage.
Go to her TikTok. Go to look at the first TikTok from 4:30. She's like there. She's like, I woke up this morning and I'm gonna put a link in so anybody who wants to see it can see it. You don't have to have a TikTok account. You can go on your computer and look at it. It's the funniest thing.
Oh my god,
it is the funniest.
Dude, her name. So her actual name is Angie Yen, Y-E-N, but her TikTok is Angie.McYen.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Oh, that's great.
Her most recent TikTok look, it sounds like it's fading. So I hope it's not fading though. It's funny. Dude, it's a funny thing. I don't want to sit in silence while you guys listen to it for a second, but it's fucking funny.
No.
To hear.
Yeah.
Just check it out when you get a chance. It's in the link in the show notes, guys, next to Luck of the Irish. It just says TikTok, so just check it out.
Well, just look her up, Angie.McYen on TikTok. Angie, A-N-G-I-E .M-C-Y-E-N. That is her TikTok handle, or whatever you call it, username. And yeah, check her out. That's hilarious. It is hilarious. It's kind of, I was like, you'd be like, what the hell? I mean, but whatever, it's fine. How many people would be like, yo, just stop? Like,
Yeah.
Like if I was to you guys, like I had surgery, I woke up, I'd be like talking in a British accent. You guys would be like, come on, man, what are you doing? I'm like, no, man, I can't stop. Like, I don't know what's going on. You're like, uh-huh. It's hilarious. All right, why don't we do the next one, James?
Dude, all I want to know is, dude, this is so fascinating to me, this Irish accent shit, because it raises so many questions. Is the accent, are all these accents locked in a database in your brain? When you hear them, your brain collects them and you're storing that shit? Or is it like a genetic memory and we know every accent and we can reproduce it? Like, what the fuck is it? How the fuck can she do it? It's so crazy.
But so think about this. What's an accent?
No,
right? Like, define what an accent is. All it is a way of pronouncing words.
Well,
right?
I'm assuming but it's also
way.
like, I'm from a place, everyone talks that way, that's how I think people talk.
Right, but that's how everyone talks, right? So, but all it is a different, pronouncing words a certain way. So, when you say hello or you're like, hello, it's just you're pronouncing that word differently. Right?
No, but have you ever sat down and tried to speak in, like, say, a British accent? Like, there's certain things you can do, like, hello, you know what I mean? Like, certain things are, like, so distinct that you can sit down and, like, after a couple tries, replicate them, right? But there's certain other things, especially like an Irish brogue. Dude, listen, you have to listen to her talk. You listen to her talk, you're like, how the fuck did she get that one? Like, the way she says the word Irish, it's crazy. It's like, it's very distinct. I can't explain it. It's very distinct.
Let me ask you this. Why is Irish brogue called Irish brogue and nothing else
I don't know what the fuck brogue is, man.
Is it just
I
accent?
thought brogue was a disgusting soup.
What does brogue mean?
For
Accent?
the longest time.
You thought it was what?
Disgusting soup.
You thought an Irish brogue was a soup?
Yeah, I thought it was a thick, disgusting soup.
Cold water and old barley.
And bark.
Yeah.
So get this, I typed in brogue, and it's like a strong outdoor shoe with ornamental perforated patterns in the leather.
There you go!
Yeah.
It's
a rough shoe of untanned leather.
It's better than a soup. It's an outdoor shoe. What's it, Michael? Type it. What's an Irish brogue?
Well, it says here, right here, why is an Irish accent called a brogue? Multiple etymologies have been proposed. It may derive from the Irish brogue shoe, the type of shoe traditionally worn by the people of Ireland, and hence possibly originally meant the speech of those who call a shoe a brogue.
That's
okay. What is the difference between an accent and a brogue? while a brogue is a strong dialectal accent in Ireland used. It's the same fucking thing. I don't know why they're like.
So does that mean that brogue is Celtic or whatever for shoe or boot?
Yeah, Irish, whatever the language is a Celtic.
Yeah,
it says BRO
or Gaelic.
BROG, and the O has a crazy accent over it. So
okay.
So
perfect.
So there you go. I guess it has to do with that. So
it's interesting stuff.
It's like, how do you know they're Irish? They got the fucking shoes on.
Yep. Those crazy outdoor crazy shoes with untanned leather. All right, let's just go to the next story because we can talk about this forever.
All right.
The hunt for Red October. So not really, but Russia launches largest submarine built in 30 years. I was like, what? Of course they did, because they're crazy.
It was a catastrophic failure.
No. It says here, Russia has tested a giant new nuclear submarine in open waters for the first time. It's called the Belgorod. Belgorod. And it says it's believed to be the largest submarine developed anywhere in the world in 30 years. It was trialed in the White Sea over the weekend, according to Russian state media. So they put out their own press release. So like, yeah, it's here, baby. You know. It says this is some bullshit though. It's like once approved for use, the vessel will be capable of launching nuclear strikes with 6 intercontinental Poseidon torpedoes.
Jesus.
That's it?
6? Are they like
6?
massive?
We got fucking...
Are they like huge?
I mean...
like...
if it's like Saturn rocket size, maybe.
Yeah, don't we
launch
our
like
subs
20, have like
20 or
40 of them?
Yeah. Like spit up missiles 1 through 5 and 20 through 24. The release of nuclear
I watched
weapons
Under
has been
Siege
authorized.
recently.
I mean, like we've all seen fucking Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, you know? Like what's up? Crimson Tide at the USS Alabama. Hello.
Look, Mike, the Russians just they need a W. All right, we got to give them this one. They need something to feel good about themselves.
A win.
A win.
Jesus.
Makes sense.
Right. Look, I'm sorry, but Red October, the hunt for Red October, I think, put the W's firmly in the Russians' column. You know, that Akula class sub sounds cool as shit. I feel like anytime someone thinks of like submarine shit, they're gonna think of the hunt for Red October. They don't think about the Dallas. They think about the Red October.
James, we have subs named after cities and subs named after states.
Yes.
Right? The Dallas or whatever, the Dallas is a Los Angeles class attack sub, right? Yeah. And then we have the Alabama.
Fuck you, California.
Well, we have the Alabama, which is of course named after a state. Which I forget what they call that class of sub now.
It's probably named after a state.
It's an Alabama class sub or something.
I
don't know.
The first ship in the thing is going to be called a whatever. If they're all named after states, and the first one was in Los Angeles, and every ship after that will be a Los Angeles class submarine named after some other state, which makes sense. Since the naming scheme is they're all named states, so that makes sense. They'll all be Los Angeles class submarines.
It's an Ohio class.
There you go.
Ballistic missile submarine. There you go.
So the very first one of those was the USS Ohio.
That's how it works. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Ohio class.
That's
here,
why.
Let's see. Yeah, it should be.
I forgot the aircraft carrier. What class aircraft carrier is the USS Ronald Reagan? Nimitz class. So it's a Nimitz class because the first one's the USS Nimitz.
Right.
I like that naming scheme.
Solid.
And it says
it makes sense once you explain it.
The lead submarine of this class is USS Ohio, of course.
First one.
All the Ohio class submarines, except for the USS Henry M. Jackson, are named for U.S. states.
That's probably named after Navy SEAL or something.
Who's Henry Jackson?
Henry M. Jackson. Who is Henry M. Jackson? Well, the sub is a sub, but let's see. So, it was originally gonna be named the Rhode Island. Let's see.
It's like, but then we left it up to the internet and didn't want Bodie McBoatface So it was the Henry M.
It
Jackson.
was named after the U.S. Senator Henry M. Jackson, 1912 to 1983. He's from Washington State.
Why? Oh,
Yeah, what did he do?
Look, his name is Henry Martin Scoop Jackson. Scoop.
maybe he's a
That's great.
former Navy guy or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
Maybe
I must be.
Maybe he did something. I don't know.
Military service, United States Army, World War II.
That's weird. Okay.
Hmm.
Who knows? Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So
It's not uncommon for senators and things
no,
to have
but
things named
there's
after them.
there's a ship called. Fuck, I can't. I want to say it's the USS something McCarthy, Scott McCarthy or something. I don't know, but it's named after a Navy SEAL. He died in Operation Red Wings. That I get, but like a senator, I'm just like I don't know why. Like why a senator?
Yeah, he should have to have done something
They
spectacular.
maybe did do something, but it's probably like he
Right.
approved the Ohio-class submarines in the Senate Appropriations. It's probably something like
Right.
that. Like I can't imagine what he could have possibly
Yeah.
done.
Like there's John C. Stennis. So there's the Stennis Space Center down in Mississippi,
Is he a
maybe or
senator?
something.
He's an admiral, right? Admiral Stennis.
President pro tempore, or whatever you say that, of the United States Senate,
Okay.
1987 to 1989. Chief of the Senate Armed Services Committee from 1969 to 1981. A United States Senator from Mississippi. Oh, there you go. So it's in Mississippi. Yeah. And isn't there either a cruiser or something named after him?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, the Stennis. Yeah. But at Dulles Airport,
A battleship
named
or
after the
something? Or, I
director
don't
of
know what it is.
CIA, or the secretary, or the chief secretary, I think, of Eisenhower, or something like that. And then there's the George Bush Center for Intelligence, the CIA, mainly.
The Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
Exactly. All right, let's
Right.
move on here. Let's move on.
One more, James.
Yeah.
One more. Now, I just learned this last night, but I haven't had a chance to look it up. I heard, so Dulles, right? Dulles Airport is named after a Nazi.
I mean, yeah, the Dulles people are horrible.
Who were the Dulles?
The Dulles brothers or cousins or whatever they are. There's a whole thing I found out just earlier this week. Apparently, and I sent this to not friend of the show Nancy, who's Guatemalan, just because I thought she'd find it interesting. But apparently the Guatemalan
Guatemalans suck. No, I'm kidding.
the
Go ahead.
elected president in the 50s or 60s, whenever this was, he said we're going to
In Guatemala?
yeah,
We're going to Nazi
we're
it up a
going
bit.
to- we're gonna make all the land public land. We're gonna privatize or make it all public land and parse it out and give it to all the people to try to
Okay.
fix poverty.
Sounds very Nazi-ish.
Most of the land is owned by the United Fruit
People.
Company of America, and they're the number one employer and number one fruit banana producer at the time
like
in Guatemala.
Dole or whoever it is?
No, it was
Yeah.
like the United Fruit Company or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
And so they're like, okay. And so they like, well, no, we're not going to let you do that. We're going to get the Americans involved. And the guy, President Gutierrez, whatever his name was, he's like, get fucked. So this guy, the CEO of the fruit company, comes back to America. They talk to Eisenhower, who he's like, well, let me ask some people. I mean, this is the guy saying it, and I'll put a link to the TikTok. But the guy's like, let me ask some people about it. And he's like, he asked Dulles, chief of staff, and he's on the board of directors of the fruit company. Then he asked Dulles' brother, who's the head of the CIA, and he's on the board of directors of the fruit company. And then they have
course they
Dulles' wife, who is like the outer office secretary for Eisenhower, or something like that, is on the board of directors of the fruit company. And then the secretary of defense is on the board of directors of the fruit company. So they say, okay, so they stage a fucking coup there, and the CIA goes in and fucking overthrows the government, the legally elected government. So whenever people say, "Oh, the fucking border crisis," what's going on in the South America? Why is it such a mess? The Central America is a mess because of America. Every single time somebody got the power and said, "We're going to fucking socialize our governments, just like Europe has done. America's gone in and fucking overthrown their government. So that's why you have all this border problem right now. That's why all these people are running, because the countries are so destabilized down there and such a corrupt mess that we allowed to be created that they need somewhere to run to. So we did this to ourselves. Anyway, I digress. Fun stuff. The whole thing is very fun.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
So
What's evidence?
So this next thing, you guys, I don't know if you've seen this. There are videos that have gone around of people making weird foods or wasting food, you know? So there's one particular video. This particular one covers several different trends, but they're all by this guy named, I think his name is Rick Lane or something like that. Anyway, he's a Rick Lax. He's the Facebook magician from like 5 or 6 years ago. And he would go on Facebook and do magic, and it's not even real magic. It would just be like an edited video to make it look like there's magic done. He's a fucking whole shyster. Anyway, so he's producing this video content with this lady named Anne, and Anne is producing the video content of like people making gross things. Or like she'll take like in one video she takes spaghetti, lays the Prego sauce all out on a coffee table, on a kitchen table, puts the meatballs on top of that, then puts the spaghetti noodles on top of that, and then scrape
on a bare
table. Okay, there's another one which is my favorite one. They take Sour Patch Kids, pour them into a toilet. I saw that one. Okay. They put ice cream in the toilet, ice in the toilet, a bunch of Swedish fish in the toilet, and then they fill the toilet bowl up with Mountain Dew and fruit punch and sprinkles, and they flush the toilet, and it goes to the toilet. They have another one where they do the same thing and make a chocolate sundae. It's horrendous. It's like just fucking gross. So I was watching a TikTok the other day, and the lady was like on TikTok, she was like, "Did you know this was fetish stuff? This is kink content?" And I was like, "No." So I could not find proof of it.
Kink content?
This article talks about it, and they go deep on it. So it's a long article. I definitely say, like, take your time. Wait, is this the right link? It just opened something weird.
Yeah, I clicked on the second link. The first link is fucking
Paper
bullshit.
Mag. Oh boy.
Or you gotta scroll back up. You gotta scroll back up on that first link.
Yeah, that's weird that they did that. Yeah, I will give a new link. Give me a second. I'll update the link. But if you scroll up, you'll get it. But don't worry, you guys who are hearing this, I'll fix it for you. You won't even notice.
The Prego Spaghetti Lady drama goes deeper than you think. By Matt Moen. Okay.
It's not
Interesting.
It's not working properly. Anyway, whatever. Just scroll up when you see the article. But anyway, yeah. So basically, they allude to the fact that like this is fetish porn. It appeals to the messiness fetish, where people are being purposely disgusting.
I should start filming some videos over here.
It's really interesting. Read the article. I skimmed it. I'm gonna go deep on it later on today. It's fucking weird, man. The whole thing is very strange to me. But some of these videos, it's just baffling, and they're just like hiding this shit in plain sight. So anyway, take a look at it.
James, I urge you to tread carefully.
What is it?
Or else you might develop.
It is.
And if you might develop something for this.
It is, man. I'm already fighting. I'm already fighting a few dark passions. So,
Yeah.
I spent too much time.
This week you're like, this is fucking disgusting. Next week you're like, there's something to this.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I jumped to conclusions. I was judging too harshly. These are good people just trying to live their life.
Exactly. So, all right. Next up, we got the DC Bridge collapse. We talked about that earlier. There's a link there if you want to take a look at that. Sorry, guys. Don't mean to be racing through. I have a meeting. I have lunch with my little brother after the show. That's why we're going so fast. Definitely give you more show next week for sure. Next up, we're going to talk about me and Evan's favorite knives. These are great knives.
I just put an Amazon search link in there for Mora Knife. You can see all the various models they offer and styles and everything, just in case anyone's interested.
Super sharp knife, guys.
Ooh.
Super cheap, but high quality Swedish, right? Yeah, high quality knives. Don't let the price fool you. Like, this is a great knife. I never used mine the way Evan suggests, but you could totally just put this in a tackle box or something. You know, mine is like in my kitchen. You know, it's stainless steel. It's a nice knife, man. It's quality. You can't beat them. You know, you got to keep them clean. You know,
I'll check it.
You can't screw around and get them wet and fucking shit like that. But you got to keep them clean. You got to respect them. But it's a great knife. So 100% worth your
I like
time.
scroll down here. Little orange handle ones looks kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here's another orange handle one like the one you have, Evan, with the fire starter thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a sharp knife.
Nice.
Very sharp.
Nice. All right. Cool. Well, thank you very much. We'll check that out.
All right, we got nothing in game theory. Next week I'll talk about the sniper contracts. If I continue playing it, I don't know. We'll see. Yum update. Nothing in the Yum update. Evan, have you got any more Chinese food?
I haven't, actually. I've been trying to eat a little bit better, as I sort of mentioned. I just said I was trying to eat more meat. Trying to up my intake of ruminant animal flesh. That's that's about it.
Nice. I
got a fridge packed full of beef and lamb and bison right now.
My stepfather would love you. Anything weird, anything that's like a little out of the ordinary, he's like, let me get some of that. I told you he was a kangaroo and alligator from some website online, right?
That's right.
Oh, weird fucking guy, man. He loved every minute of it too. He says, "Don't touch my kangaroo meat." I'm like, "Oh, you're good, man."
I wasn't going to.
I got a sub from Continental the other day.
Was there any kangaroo?
Yeah, been there in a while. No, any what?
No kangaroo, no roux in there.
No roux in there. Just the cold cuts, you know. But
you can't have everything.
I'm telling you, Mike, you'll never eat it, but Continental has a good turkey sub.
Continental. If you're in this area, in Kenilworth, in Kensington,
Canada,
Continental subs, excellent subs. I never had a bad sub from there. Michael put me onto them.
Yep.
Best subs in town, I think, that you can get. Really are a really good sub. Did you know kangaroos lure people into water to drown them? Apparently a thing.
No, that's devious.
They'll stand in the middle of the water and just wait for you to come out there to try to drown you.
Now, what kind of an idiot would see a kangaroo in the water standing there and be like, I need to go help them?
But it's apparently a thing. It's apparently a thing. And they show, the article I saw shows a picture of the kangaroo. He's like standing there, like, looking bulky as fuck in the middle of the water, standing there, staring at the cameras, like, you know. But it's like maybe like 50 yards away, so it's far enough for you to be like, what the fuck, yo, you know? All right. Okay, Michael, Evan, you don't have anything in extras. Michael, what do you got here? The face of disappointment.
Yeah, so Vice did a whole thing.
I saw
they
this.
Interviewed the guy.
Did you send me this?
They interviewed the guy, or they talked to him, the guy who's part of the disappointment meme.
Yeah.
Dude, it's great. Dude, I watched the whole video of this where like they show the whole clip of him like doing the whole thing, and I was like, oh, this is great. Like
from the cricket match or whatever it's from.
I think you scroll down a little bit, it's in this article. Yeah, it's fucking great. Oh, it's like a remix or something, but yeah, that's fucking great.
Does he wear the same?
Yeah,
he's wearing the same outfit on purpose, or is this the same day? This is.
That must have been the same day. Yeah.
He says we found him.
He's from Pakistan. He's from Karachi. Yeah. So now he's just some guy. Now he's like a global meme.
Yeah.
It's great. It's fucking great.
Dude.
So anyway, it's just fun. Check that out. We were talking about flags before the show, and so I put a link in here to the flags of the United States, the U.S. states and territories. I like it says flags of the U.S. states, so it's like the United States and territories. Just look at these flags. I mean, we've talked about this a long time ago on the show. Half these flags suck. Like seriously, at least half of them. Like at least half of them are gross. Like most of them have like are just like a blue background with something on the front, and it's like okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of blue
under
Yeah,
Michigan that has like the only flag that's like I'm gonna be shaped weird. What is this flag?
I mean, Ohio.
That's West. Oh, that's Ohio. I was gonna be like, that's West Virginia.
Like the Ohio one, you mean? That's like
why
a pennant?
Is Ohio's flag a pennant and B from an alternate United States from another reality? Like what is going on with
true.
that flag? And Maryland's like, hi, like it's like the flamboyant like.
Maryland flag. I don't know. I guess I'm biased, but I like the Maryland flag. I think it looks cool.
Loves the flag.
I do too.
But like some of these states that are just like fucking lazy as fuck. Like look at like Wisconsin at the bottom there. It's like Wisconsin 1848 and a picture of God knows what on it. Like okay, thanks. The flag of Virginia, dumb. The flag of Vermont, also dumb. It's right next to it. I mean, these flags are dumb. The flag of South Carolina looks like it's Muslim, so I don't really understand that.
I kind of like. I think it's New Mexico. What's the yellow one?
Yeah, flag of New Mexico.
Is that New Mexico or Arizona? I never remember which of those are in the right order.
Yeah, Arizona one.
I kind of like both of them.
At the top, that one's okay, I guess. Still looks like a 5-year-old made it, but it's all right.
So what you need?
It reminds me of the old Japanese flag.
The new one too.
here's what you need.
No,
Is
it the new one? Isn't the Japanese flag just the red dot?
Yeah.
But the old one had the
red dot, but it's a
rays
slightly
of the
different
sun
color.
or whatever. No, the one with the sun rays.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got you.
So
yeah.
what you need,
I guess that's must be an old one.
Michael, what you need is r/vexology.
Yeah.
And
there you go.
Here's one where people fix the American flags.
That's interesting. Like repair them or redesign them properly. Okay, I'm interested in that.
It's on the link that says flags.
Look at the flag of Alabama, and then look at the flag of Florida right underneath it. It's the same fucking flag, except Florida slapped something else on it.
They did a Control B, and then pasted something on top. They made the lines bold.
Yeah, look at flag of Florida, and then right next to it, flag of Georgia. Look, flag of Georgia is from 2003. So they had other flags, including until 2001, they had a very Confederate-looking flag. They had, they had the Confederate battle flag on their flag until 2001.
Georgia, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one off the coast of the Carolinas? Oh, that's with the 2 lines and 3 stars? Okay.
See,
that's kind of cool.
For some reason, I thought the TC... See, it shows you how much I fucking know. I thought it was a line, 3 stars, and a line. I thought the 3 stars were in the middle.
I've seen it that way, too.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it that way.
You're
not alone. So what about California? No? We don't like California's flag?
Just dumb as fuck.
I mean, it's fine. It looks like a brand, like Polo
Arizona.
or something.
I like Arizona's flag.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
the one
Arizona.
I would say was okay. Look at Arkansas, dumb.
Okay, Colorado.
It's fucking
People
retards.
hate Colorado's flag. I like Colorado's flag.
It's okay.
It has a very
It's kind of dumb.
It's
kind of dumb.
When
but
I
it's
see
right.
it, I'm like, that state was made in early 2000s. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
It's very new.
Yeah, but it has a giant C on it. It's like Colorado.
I mean, yeah,
like, okay.
but it's better than the state seal. It's just boring. A state seal on a blue background is fucking boring, dude.
Yeah, and that's like literally half these fucking flags are exactly that. You're like, okay.
Take some pride in your
South
fucking
Carolina's
state.
like a palm tree with a fucking moon. I'm like, what's happening here? What's that?
That's right. That's why I said it's Muslim. It's a Muslim flag.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Look at the flag of Pakistan. You're like, same fucking thing. It's not.
Dude, you know what we should do? We should go on a flag website and just post this and post that flag and say, here's the flag. Here's my Islamic flag. What do you guys think? Just as a troll.
The flag of Tennessee, interesting.
What's the flag under Michigan that looks like a fucking Art Deco with the stars on it and the fucking arrow in the middle or whatever it is? Torch? I guess it's a torch, maybe?
In the flag of New Jersey?
No. Underneath Michigan.
Flag of Michigan. Then, I don't know, maybe our screens are
next
different.
door to Ohio.
No, it looks like
Oklahoma?
the Statue of Liberty's
Yeah.
torch with a bunch of stars around
What
it,
state is that?
or like from a flat
Oklahoma
cannon.
or North Dakota?
No, Oklahoma's not underneath fucking Michigan, my dude. That's not Oklahoma.
Is it? It's not Iowa. Iowa's way
Iowa,
farther
yeah.
over.
I don't know what state that is.
James, what does it say underneath it? What are you guys looking at?
I can't read it.
How can
There's
no
only
words.
pictures.
It's just a field of stars on a blue background.
What are you guys looking at?
So, Mike, look at Tennessee and then go up 2.
So I've scrolled. I'm not looking at the map. I'm scrolled down to the.
We're all looking at the map.
No, I'm looking
what
at.
are you? What the fuck?
Scroll down, and there's a list of every state in alphabetical order with the flags.
You linked to a PNG.
Yeah,
I linked to a Wikipedia article of all the flags. I don't know what you guys are looking at.
I clicked on the PNG. That's Indiana. I can see it now. It's Indiana.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what are you guys looking at?
Oh, this is Mike in his purity leaves the full
God.
Wikipedia article open. James and I were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
bring up the map."
Utah is a flag of bees. That's interesting. It's like we have bees here.
Utah.
Look at their flag. Other state flag. And it's bees at the bottom.
It's a flag. Oh, the other flag. Yeah.
Bees.
You see, Oregon it's different on the back.
Yeah.
Flag of Oregon. It's like State of Oregon, 1859. Then it's like Flag of Oregon reverse. It's like a beaver or something on the back.
There's actually
Oh, they have the Native American flags down here, right, Mike?
Do they?
Yep.
Oh, they have former state flags. Here you go. A lot of.
yeah.
It's like Flag of Mississippi till 1996. Like there's some Confederate. Flag of Mississippi from 96 to 2001. So only 5 years more Confederate.
Dude, that's look, and here's the funny thing, right? Look, flag of Georgia from 1879 to 1956 was like, okay, normal. Then they're like, we need this fucking shit on it. Like, what are you guys doing, bro?
Yep. And then look, Flag of Mississippi 2001 to June 2020. They just changed it. So until 2020,
Oh yeah.
it had the Confederate shit on it.
Yep.
So that's Mississippi. So what is their flag like
Oh
now?
god, Nevada flag. It's like silver and gold.
Oh my god, the Mississippi one looks completely different. I just realized, and they just released it in January of this year. What the hell?
Much more patriotic.
In God we trust, it says, and there's a flower on it. Okay. Well,
Of course.
whatever. It's better than the...
What? How long until you think until we get rid of all that shit?
Get rid of what?
Get it off the money.
What,
Get
in
out
God
of
we
that whole
trust?
God nonsense. Get it off the money. Get it off the flags. Get it out of the pledge.
America's a fucking theocracy, dude. You just didn't realize it. Tennessee, the volunteer state. Tennessee's flag's not that
Yeah.
bad. Its old flag's not bad. It's like weird. It's definitely lazy, but it's, if you see it, you'd be like, oh, this is a weird European country.
So look
It's
at
like
look at the
three
current flag of
colors.
look at the current flag of Texas, right? And then look up the flag of Chile.
Oh yeah, nearly
They're
identical.
almost identical.
Yep.
Like you'd be forgiven for mixing them up.
Isn't Puerto Rico also very much like that?
Puerto Rico, let's see. It's down here somewhere. Nah, sort of. It's down here. They have all the territory flags here listed, so it looks like a simplified U.S. flag. So,
Yeah.
basically.
They stand alone.
Flag of Guam, lazy. Flag of the Northern Mariana Islands, lazy. Flag of American Samoa is also lazy, but less lazy.
At least they have the
Eagle and shit on
the
it.
Eagle of Peace.
Yeah.
Dude, Ohio's the best flag. Ohio and Maryland. Too good.
Ohio's the best
And
flag.
Hawaii.
Look at
And
that. Hawaii, yeah, it's got the British shit in it.
Ohio's flag is fucking silly. Like, obviously, whoever made that flag is like, man, we don't give a fuck. Like, they don't even care. They're just, like, doing it.
They're like, we're going to be different. You see a couple states have weird shaped flags or
Yeah.
weird. They're not like a standard
Like,
rectangle.
same as, they're like a square or some shit. And same as Maryland.
Mhm.
Maryland has a wacky ass flag too. They're like, we're going with a coat of arms. Everybody else is like, we're gonna do something. We're gonna hire 10-year-olds to do it. And Maryland's like, nope, we're going with a coat of arms of Sir John Carroll from England or whatever his name is.
Yeah, it's like that and like Lord Baltimore. Or
Yeah,
someone.
Lord Baltimore.
Like,
that's
like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ohio needs to do something about their stars. It seems like someone just sprinkled them on. It looks messy.
No, I mean
But other than that, it looks okay.
They're in a pattern. I mean, you see like they're like around the circle in the middle, and then
yeah, but it's
then
just
there's two
like
at the
too
top,
much.
2 at the bottom, and then 4 in a pattern here on the other side. It's like okay, but
We can do it better. We'll have a new Ohio flag by next
dude,
week.
look at like the flag of Washington State. It's just a fucking green flag with a picture of George Washington on it. Like really?
Yep.
They're like, well, it is Washington State, so it's like really. Like, what if the District of Columbia had that flag? They're like, yeah, well, it's Washington D.C. So
I'm looking at the
be like, God.
looking at the redesigned flags. They redesigned Maryland's flag. Oh, it's hideous. My
the
God.
redesign. Oh, you mean on that R, whatever?
Yeah, it's hideous.
I bet.
It's just like the Lord Baltimore thing, but just like big, with none of the cool stripes and shit. It's fucking gross. All right. Anyway.
Gross. Yeah, like aren't most of these flags just lazy as fuck?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, just good times. Good times. Lazy ass flags. Reddit. Oh, James put all the links there to the Reddit thing. All right, good.
Dude, so the redesigned ones, I like a lot of the patterns, but again, a lot of blue.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty like whatever.
People love blue. Yeah, you're right. It is a lot of blue.
I guess it's pretty neutral. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, a lot of them are good.
Oh, that's what they did with the Maryland one. Yeah.
I love r/flexology though, because this is like people like make up flags, or they redesign flags. There's like one, the United States of Schwarzenegger, you know, like people just make random things and they're just like, yeah, here, it's cool, I made this, and I'm like, that's great, you know, I love that. I could just do this all day, honestly. If I ever got my fucking shit together on Photoshop, I could just do this all day, make flags. It'd be just a fun little pastime to do. Anywho.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So last thing is we got those 2 links to Reddit, one to the Reddit Vexology page, and then one to the U.S. Flags Fixed, also on r/Vexology. This last one is a video that I found. You can click on it later. It's called No More Spaghetti, and it's some old man. I don't know how I found this video. I just stumbled upon it. He's at work, and his coworker's like, "What do you guys having for dinner?" And all of them like steak, filet mignon, and this guy's like, "Yeah, my wife's gonna make steak." And then you're like, "Okay, this is a weird video." Then it goes to him singing in his car, and he's like, "She better not make spaghetti again, spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti." It's fucking crazy. And then it ends with him and his wife doing a musical in their kitchen about spaghetti and veal parmesan. And it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. This is like Tim and Eric level weird. That's why I posted it, because I knew Michael would enjoy it. It's fucking strange, beyond strange, honestly. So, just a great oddity. Check it out. It's only 2 minutes and 57 seconds long.
I'm gonna add one more link to the flags.
Yep. No one cares about Canada.
Oh,
but these
Canada.
are the provinces. All right. So I didn't find a good Wikipedia article. They're like all fucked up, but you can just get a glance here at all the flags.
Where's Yellowknife where your mom is from? What's that flag look like?
Yeah, exactly. My mom is from the province of Quebec, and that is also to me one of the better flags. But you know, I probably got some bias there too, so that's fine.
Is it just a fleur-de-lis?
It's like 4 fleur-de-lis.
It's like the Maryland flag. It's got four areas, and you know, that's it. The Alberta flag's pretty lazy. The Yukon flag's kind of lazy, but at least it's got the 3 color thing going. And so does the Northwest Territories.
Flag looks kind of cool.
Yeah, then there's New Brunswick. That one's
Very
interesting.
Age. All right, we can look at flags all day. I gotta go. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming to the show yet again. We appreciate you coming to check us out. You can find the podcast on all the usual places, all the favorite spots. Spotify, aislepanelpodcast.com. Fuck. This is a weird ending, guys, because I'm in a rush. Okay. Let me.
They're always weird.
They're always weird. You're right.
Whether you're rushed or not. We should write it down for you. Just like, here
You know
go.
what? Our fans appreciate the free form, Michael. They don't want it all written down. That's why they come back and listen to this show. That's why all 7 of them listen to this show. Because they like to see us fumble and struggle.
7? Man.
It's pretty generous.
Yeah, I was going to say. Like, it's a high number.
Okay. Thank you for coming to listen to the show, guys. We really appreciate it. We will be back next week. We get 2 more weeks straight. Then we'll be off again for one week like we've been doing lately. Obviously, we're in all the places you know, iTunes, Spotify, Mixcloud, where we primarily upload the show. By all means, you can check it. You can listen to it there, or you can listen to it on our website if you didn't know that. That's also where you can find links to the video version of the podcast on our website, or go to YouTube and type in Aisle Panel Podcast. You'll find our YouTube page there. It has our live shows and our live show VODs and the recordings here of the full episodes there, okay? We have a Patreon backup with new reward tiers that Michael's been working diligently on the one time that I asked him to do that. So we're working on that, getting you some better content. It's coming. Okay, some better tiered content, so it's worth your while to
that is true.
Join the Patreon and donate some ducats to us. Obviously Instagram, which I don't think is updated anymore, but maybe Michael's still doing that. And we have an Amazon affiliate link.
Instagram, right,
yeah.
right.
I would say the best place to join if you want to get access to us, access to me, talk shit with us, hang out, Discord. Okay, Discord is the place. There's a Discord link on the website. So go to aislepanelpodcast.com, left side, right side of the page. You'll see all the links in social life. Discord's right down there. Join us in Discord, man. It's free. Download the app, put it on your phone, whatever, and you can come in and chat with us. You know, just go in, shoot us a message. We're regular people. Ask us a question. Also, email us. You know, shoot us an email. aislepanelpodcast. aislepanel@podcast.com. aislepanel. I was on a roll there.
Aisle Panel Podcast
at gmail.com.
Aisle Panel Podcast. Yeah, no.
Aisle Panel.
I believe it's feedback at aislepanelpodcast.com.
Feedback at aislepanelpodcast.edu.
.org.
.gov.io. Yeah, feedback at aislepanelpodcast.com. Go ahead and send us a message, and we will reply to that email. But get us on Discord, man. That's a good place to have live conversation with us. Okay? Thanks for everything, guys. And for the rest of the show, we'll see you next week. I guess fuck. Maybe this is what I'll end the show on today. Woo! This is great. We're going to Mordor. We're building a desk in Mordor. This is. It's epic as fuck, yo. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, this is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking epic, dude.